You are sitting in a quiet room. Nothing is wrong, and yet some part of you keeps scanning the corners. Your eyes flick to the doorway. You feel a small, nameless pressure behind your shoulder blades. Nothing is there. But the real answer is far stranger than nothing. Your brain is still hunting for a predator that hasn't existed in your life for over 10,000 generations. Think about the last time you walked into a dark parking garage. Your pace probably changed, your ears got sharper. Your hand may have moved toward your phone, or your keys, or nothing at all, just a fist. You didn't decide to do any of that. Something older than your decisions did it for you. For most of human history, being alone in the dark was not a metaphor for anxiety. It was a math problem, and the wrong answer meant death. Big cats, wolves, rival groups. The night did not care about your plans for tomorrow. So the humans who survived long enough to have children were, overwhelmingly, the ones whose bodies reacted first and asked questions later. That reaction never got the memo that it isn't needed anymore. Psychologists call this a mismatch. Your environment changed in the blink of an evolutionary eye. Your nervous system did not get the update. The anthropologist Sarah Blaffer-Erdey has written extensively about how vulnerable early human infants and adults were to predation, and how that vulnerability shaped cooperative behavior, group vigilance, and constant environmental scanning as survival tools, not personality quirks. You are not anxious by accident. You are running an ancient piece of software on hardware it was never built for. Here is where it gets stranger. Your brain does not wait for a lion to be confirmed before it reacts. It reacts to the possibility of a lion, and that possibility is enough to flood your body with cortisol, tighten your chest, and pull your attention away from everything else. Why would evolution build something so twitchy, so quick to overreact to nothing? Because a false alarm costs you a few wasted seconds. A missed real threat costs you your life. The psychologist Daniel Kahneman, working alongside Amos Tversky, spent decades studying how humans make decisions under uncertainty. And one of their core findings was that the mind is built to lean on fast, automatic judgments before slower, more deliberate ones ever get a chance to weigh in. That fast system is not designed for accuracy. It is designed for speed. In a world with real predators, speed wins. Accuracy is a luxury bought only after you're already safe. So your brain made a permanent trade. It would rather be wrong 1,000 times than right too late once. This explains something that might feel oddly familiar. That flicker of dread when you hear a floorboard creak upstairs, even though you live alone and the doors are locked. That jolt when a large dog runs toward you, even one wagging its tail. That prickling awareness when you're the only person walking down an empty street at night, checking a reflection in a shop window just to see who's behind you. None of that is broken. All of that is a fully functional prehistoric alarm system still wired directly into your spine, still on duty, still convinced you might be prey. Consider what your eyes are actually doing right now, or anytime you enter a new space. Before you consciously register the room, your visual system has already swept the exits, the shadows, the places something could be hiding. Neuroscientists have shown that certain regions deep in the brain, older than language, older than reasoning, process threat-relevant shapes, and movement faster than the visual cortex can even finish building a complete picture of what you're looking at. You are afraid of the dark corner before you know why. The knowing comes second. The fear comes first. Is that unsettling? It should be. A little. It means a huge amount of what you call your reaction to the world is not you, in the sense of your conscious, thinking self, choosing anything. It is a much older passenger riding quietly behind your eyes who took the wheel for 100,000 years and never quite let go. Now here is the twist that changes everything. The predator is gone, But the alarm system does not know that, so it looks for something else to point at. And in the modern world, it finds no shortage of targets. Public speaking, a blank inbox, a text message left unread for 6 hours. None of these things can bite you. None of them have ever killed a human being through direct predation. And yet, your body responds to them with the exact same physiology it once reserved for a genuine tooth and claw threat to your life. Heart rate spikes, palms sweat, thoughts spiral into worst-case scenarios. This is not a modern malfunction invented by smartphones or overwork. This is a 50,000-year-old survival circuit, starving for a lion, settling for your boss's tone of voice in an email instead. The psychiatrist Randolph Ness, one of the founders of evolutionary medicine, has argued that many forms of anxiety are not disorders in the sense of broken machinery, but rather a smoke detector calibrated for a world that was far more dangerous than the one most people now live in. A smoke detector that goes off too easily is annoying, but a smoke detector that fails to go off during an actual fire is fatal. Given that choice, evolution built you an alarm that would rather embarrass you 100 times than let a real threat slip through even once. So what does this mean for the moment you're in right now? Sitting somewhere ordinary, maybe feeling that faint hum of unease you can't quite explain. It means your discomfort is not a personal failing. It is an inheritance. Every person who successfully passed their genes down to you was at some point someone who took a threat seriously enough to survive it. The nervous, watchful ones lived. The relaxed, unbothered ones, more often, did not. You are the descendant of the anxious. That is not an insult. That is a bloodline. Understanding this does not make the feeling disappear, but it changes what you do with it. When your chest tightens before a meeting that carries no physical danger at all, you can recognize that sensation for what it actually is, an ancient alarm mistaking a conference room for a savanna. When you feel that prickle of unease walking to your car at night, you can let your body do exactly what it's built to do. Stay alert, move with purpose, without needing to invent a story about why you're somehow failing to be calm. You are not failing. You are functioning exactly as designed, just in a world the design never anticipated. There is even a strange comfort hidden in this. The tension in your shoulders during a stressful week is not proof that something is wrong with you. It is proof of an unbroken chain of survival stretching back further than any written language, any city, any single human invention. That chain never lost. Not once. Every single link held. And you are the newest one. So the next time you catch yourself scanning a room you already know is empty, or feeling that flicker of dread over something that can't actually hurt you, pause for just a moment. Notice it. Almost thank it. That small, irrational jolt is not a glitch in you. It is a message sent across thousands of generations from every ancestor who looked into the dark and lived to pass the feeling on. Nothing is wrong in this room, but something ancient inside you is still standing guard, still scanning the corners, still convinced that somewhere, just out of sight, the hunt might not be over after all.